Hello everyone, I'm Azad. I'm from IIIT. My topic is about effects of climate change on inland waterway network. What are inland waterways? Inland waterways are the networks in the form of rivers, canals, backwaters, creeks that can be used for transportation in place or in addition to rails and roads. Through the ages, rivers have served as effective waterways carrying people and goods over long distances. Even today, many countries depend heavily on inland water transport, especially for large and bulky cargo, because it is cheaper, more reliable, less polluting than the transporting goods by rail and road. Until about 100 years ago, the Ganga River was too busy waterway, but with the coming of railways, the watercourse fell into disuse. The Government of India is now reviving the Ganga watercourse known as National Waterway 1 to ferry the cargo from eastern seaport to Varanasi, which is around 1360 kilometers inland. The waterway has potential to emerge as leading logistics artery for northern India. India has yet to develop this cheaper and greener mode of transportation. Goods still travel by congested road, rail and networks, slowing the movement of cargo, adding uncertainties, increasing the cost of trade. Inland waterways in India consist of Ganga, Bhagirathi, Hooghly rivers, the Brahmaputra, the Barak, the rivers in Goa, the backwaters in Kerala, inland waters in Mumbai, and deltaic regions of Godavari and Krishna. The waterway will form a part of larger multimodal transport network being planned along the river. It will link up the eastern dedicated rail freight corridor as well as area existing network of highways. The web of water, road, rail arteries will help the region industries and manufacturing units switch seamlessly between different modes of transport as they send the goods to market in India and abroad. Farmers in agriculturally rich Gangetic plain will also benefit as waterways open up the market further afield. Among all the countries, US, China and Europe are using this inland way transport more. Even India started using it recently. Inland waterways are characterized as high degree of reliability and safety ones. Due to changing climate, we have new concerns started to raising attention. Inland waterways have been dependent on climate conditions in some extent. It is sensitive to changing climate conditions like water fluctuations, which results cost and reliability. Rising extreme weather periods could trigger the result of navigation conditions, suspensions, changes in river morphology, damage in banks, etc. Inland waterway transport are mainly affected by low level waters during heat waves. Naturally, these may result in changes of hydrological balance of inland waterway network, either being associated with less ice formation and more balanced waterway conditions over a year. The extreme situations such as prolonged low water periods or floods depending on the region considered may also affect the inland waterway conditions. In reducing the impacts of climate change, coordination and support action funded by European Commission performed a project called EcoNet, Effects of Climate Change on Inland Network. The objective of EcoNet is to access navigation conditions in future taking into account the influence of climate change on waterway network. In parallel, EcoNet also analyzes the possibility for adaptation measures to improve the performance of inland waterway transport in the light of climate change. Within the EcoNet project, the impact of climate change on performance of inland waterway transport, including considerations related to economy and reliability, is being analyzed for Rhine-Main Danube corridor in Europe. In that light, it is necessary to provide projections about possible future navigation conditions at critical locations. The bottlenecks of inland waterway transport system consisting of information for different stretches on discharges, stream velocities, minimum and mean water levels. Based on biased remote climate projections as inputs for discharge simulations, hydrological models are applied to link discharges to water levels at relevant downstream locations. Comprehensive results of CLIVA's program, effects of climate change on waterways and shipping are used for rain. An ensemble of 20 bias corrected climate simulations has been used as meteorological input for the semi-distributed hydrological model and further linked to hydrodynamic river model. Two climate scenarios have been selected for near future and two scenarios are for distant future. At the beginning of EcoNet project, available hydrological and hydrodynamic model results did not cover the entire study of upper and central Danube. As the results of efforts made within the project, the NHFS National Hydrological Forecasting Service hydrological and hydrodynamic modeling system has been extended and improved. Now it is available for Danube drainage basin downstream to Hungarian border. The models will be driven by 4 bias corrected climate scenarios representing the uncertainty range of climate modeling for near and distant future. The results of Hungarian NHFS model can be further improved and its accuracy may evaluated for German reach of upper Danube by additional high spatial resolution hydrological and hydrodynamic models. As a result, the phase of work will result in continuous time series of discharges, water levels, flow velocities in Danube and Rhine rivers readily available for economic analysis of EcoNet project. We have adaptation measures to reduce the outcome of effect of climate change in inland waterways. We have targeted adaptation measures and operating measures. Targeted adaptation measures have hydroengineering measures and operating measures include transport concepts which measures water level forecast. With the help of targeted adaptation measures, future transport tasks that contributes to sustainable and reliable transport and enable inland waterway transport to overtake the parts of predictable future, which increases the transport demand than the other transport facilities.